Hello, everybody. Welcome into the Big Red Pregame Show. I'm your host, Walker Kane. I'm joined here by my co-host, Whitson Weathersby. And today we have two very special guests, star outside linebacker Hedges Hayworth, and we have the savior of the Ensworth game, Jack McKinnon. Both of y'all, welcome onto the show.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
So the Big Red are coming off of a big win, 24-10 at JP2. Pretty slow game, to say the least, but it improves our winning streak to 3 games. Absolutely huge for the team going into such a big game. Hedges, what has it been like, this journey, starting off the season kind of slow and then being able to turn it into 3 straight victories?
Well, obviously we did not get off to the start we wanted, and we were real close in those games. We lost by combined, I think, 9 points. And it was just like 1 or 2 mistakes per game were killing us. And then we had a team meeting actually before the MUS game and just got the culture right, and we started winning some games. And it's a lot more fun, and we're now in the playoffs. Kind of turned this whole season around.
Yeah, the last 3 games have been really fun to watch, and I know this was 2 weeks ago, but Jack, how does it feel to have such a big play in the Ensworth game? I mean, that environment, that must have been awesome.
I mean, we were down. I think our team and, our fans just needed a big boost in the game, so, needed it right there, so I, got that kick return, and I think they got the team going.
Yeah.
So Big Red, now that we improved to 4-3 going into BA this week, overall huge. We'll get into the BA game a little bit later. Right now we'll cover pretty solid weekend and last week of football. I was the only person to sit here on this show and predict a Florida Gators victory. They ended up pulling it out 24-13 at, in the swamp against Auburn. My main takeaway is Bo Nix is more like Bo Picks. He's not showing anything. I think he went like 13-30. Those numbers don't get it done. So I don't know. I think Florida's better than we thought they were, but I also think Auburn's a little bit overrated. What about you?
Yeah, I think I kind of called it before. I thought he was going to get benched after the A&M game because he's just not being able to complete passes or make high-level plays. He's not really developing. And after this game, it was bad. But Auburn's still obviously looking really strong, and they'll be able to get right.
Yeah, I think the swamp got to him a little bit. The swamp's electric this week. I've loved him all season, but this game was concerning for Bo. I feel like the Tigers will get it back, but it was a huge win for Florida.
Yeah, Auburn fans got to be disappointed. He threw 3 interceptions in a game they needed him the most. So I got Marcel Reed over here, but in a game we needed Bo, and the game they needed Bo the most, he was not able to show up. So that's a little bit discouraging for Auburn fans. That loss kind of, I wouldn't say takes them out of playoff consideration, but it certainly hurts their chances. They're going to have to now beat Alabama for any chance.
Yeah.
I don't think it's happening, but we'll cover that when we get there. The most depressing game of the week has to be the Titans' loss at home to the Bills.
Cairo Santos just
I took a nap after the third quarter because I was so done with it, and that's the first time I've ever missed any part of a Titans game because I was that disgusted. I'm so glad that Cairo Santos has been cut. I hate for him. I wish him the best in his career. He's not a Tennessee Titan. He shouldn't be a Tennessee Titan. O-line looks horrible. Absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
O-line coach got to get fired. Somebody's got to get fired. Vrabel sending out Santos for the 50-yard field goal. I think he should get fired. I think we need to clear the slate, fire the GM, fire the coach, fire the O-line coach. I don't think there's one person that...
I think we need new owners. I don't think
anybody deserves their spot after that embarrassing loss to the Buffalo Bills at home.
I mean, it was an embarrassing loss. We couldn't kick a field goal, which is why Santos got cut. I was at the game, and it looked like we were playing good. We got a couple of bad calls. I guess, when A.J. Brown scored, was it a holding call? Or I don't remember, but
I think it was a holding, yeah.
O-line mess up, and that really hurt us. But kicking was, terrible.
Yeah. Can't win games when you miss four field goals. So the second year in a row we've had a Titan get cut after a Bills game by just handing them a victory.
Yeah, everybody remembers last year's Nick Williams. Not gonna say the word, but he had a bad mess up, I'll say, and that really cost us. That cost us the game
and playoff berth.
Yeah, it really did cost us everything. So I don't know, not too pleased with the Titans right now. But so coming into this Saturday, I guess this slate of games, Florida back at it again. They're going to Death Valley, LSU, prime time. That one for me, I'm also probably going to be one of the few people to take it. I'm going with Florida. This is my steal of the week. They are 13.5-point favorites, or 13.5-point dogs right now. I think that will be an easy cover for Florida at least. And I definitely think Florida has a chance of pulling this one out. I think LSU has not played a good defense yet, so we'll see what it comes down to. I like Florida winning this one 28-24.
I think Joe Burrow lights up the Gators in Death Valley. If you're betting folks, bet the over. Tigers going to have a big game. Huge statement victory.
Yeah, Tigers definitely winning this one. Florida's not going to be able to handle Death Valley. They're just not going to be able to do it. Jack, what do you see in this game?
I mean, I'm with Walker on this one. I'm going Florida on this. I mean, yeah, I'm just.
Yeah, I think the main reason is Florida's coming off such a big win that it makes sense that they'll carry some momentum. Kyle Trask is looking a whole lot better than Felipe Franks ever looked.
Yeah, for sure.
I like Florida in this one. It's a tricky pick for me, but I like Florida. Another huge game. This one comes on at 11 a.m. You'll be able to wake up and watch it. The Red River rivalry.
Ooh.
We have Texas OU. Oh boy, that's gonna be a big game. I'm hopping all over Oklahoma in this game.
Yeah.
I like Jalen Hurts too much. That's probably a little biased, but I like Jalen Hurts too much. I think this game will be close. I think Oklahoma's 11-point favorite. I don't think they'll win by that much. But I just think that Jalen Hurts is going to be too much. Texas, they gave up 38 to Joe Burrow, and I know that offense is good, but it's no Oklahoma's offense. I like this game to be close. I'm thinking Oklahoma 45-35.
I think Lincoln Riley will get him right. I mean, he's going to have 3 Heisman winners in a row. Jalen Hurts, if he continues this, is going to have the best year out of all 3 of them, and he's got 2 5-star wide receivers out there helping him. I think if their defense can slow down Ellinger and the Longhorns' offense, then I think they'll win this one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I've been getting ripped on it at school, but I think Texas is going to win this one. I think Sam Ellinger is going to prove that he's a clutch quarterback. He didn't have a bad game against LSU, but he lost a big game. I think he's going to prove himself this week by beating Oklahoma. Jack, what do you see?
I'm with you, Woodson.
All right, yeah. So we got some picks we've got a couple picks on the Sooners, a couple picks on the Longhorns. Alabama is going to Kyle Field to play
First real game of the season.
Texas A&M. I am expecting a absolute beatdown. I don't think this game will be close. I think this will be over by the first quarter. I'm predicting Alabama 62-3.
Okay.
They're coming off of a bye. They're gonna figure out this defense. I don't think if A&M gets a touchdown, I'll be surprised. I'm liking Alabama. I think we'll score 60. I'll give them maybe 10, but right now I'm sticking with 62-3 Alabama.
I think Alabama wins this one easy. I don't know if they're going to put up 62 points, but Alabama's going to win this. Texas A&M has not looked as good as I thought they were going to be this year.
Yeah, for sure. Alabama's going to win, but I think it's going to be a good game. I mean, I consider them highly overrated this year.
Yeah,
they haven't played a team, first off. And second off, they're going to Kyle Field, which is always electric. And when Bama comes in Kyle Field, they're a good team. So it'll be a really good atmosphere. Texas A&M could sneak one out on them, but I don't think it'll happen. I got Bama 24-21 with a clutch field goal to end the game.
If I'm being honest, I don't think Tua plays very well in this game. If you watch him all year, he's lighting up the stat sheet, but every play is made by his receivers, not by him.
I mean, yeah,
every ball's underthrown.
Yeah, last year when they played a big game, it was always a close game because Tua just doesn't know how to handle himself. Just like they lost to Clemson, so
he doesn't know how to handle himself. Am I mistaken that he am I mistaken that he came in to the national championship game against Georgia with having that was his first ever real experience? There's an absolute dime. That wasn't been able to handle himself or leading them to the national championship last year. I don't think. Yeah, no. I think you have a great point. He can't handle himself.
No, he can handle himself. Just
I think you're coming at it a little extreme here. I do think Tua has some struggles in those big games.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, we will see. Alabama's schedule's about to get a lot tougher. We got A&M this week. Then I think a couple weeks after that we'll have LSU. Then we have Auburn. So we'll be able to see how overrated they are after those games. But for now, everything's looking good.
Speaking of overrated, Clemson's a little overrated this year.
I have to agree with that.
Trevor Lawrence has not looked like his old self.
Yeah.
I know. I've been saying it all along. Clemson's there's more hype around things like Trevor's hair. He just isn't able to get it done on the field. That's the bottom line. This Sunday, Titans going to look to redeem themselves, going to Denver. I don't know too much about Denver's team. I think they're starting Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
If we lose now, it's looking like we may have. If we lose to this game, we will have lost to Gardner Minshew, Joe Flacco, and Jacoby Brissett. Those will be 3
And
losses
Josh
to
Allen.
quarterbacks. And Josh Allen. I like the Titans in this one. Bounce back. It seems like after every game they lose, they win. After every game they win, they lose. So I like the Titans in this one. It's going to be low scoring again, 14-10.
Yeah, I like the Titans as well. I think they're able to handle Philip Lindsay. He's had a big last 2 weeks. But the Broncos' offense is just kind of trash. They have a solid defense, but I think the Titans will be able to handle it.
Yeah, the Titans have looked the best when they're not at home. I feel like that's going to continue this week. I feel like it'll, like Walker said, a low-scoring game. I think they need to keep throwing it to A.J. Brown a lot. He's playing really well. But I see the Titans winning 21-17. Jack?
I'm going to be honest here. I don't see the Titans winning. I see the Broncos somehow pulling it out of their behind. I'm going to go against them and just say the Titans, seeing how poorly they've played this season.
I will say it's always a safe bet to take the team playing the Titans. So far that's really been what you got to do. Okay, so this Friday, the reason we brought everybody on the show, we have BA here in Tommy Owens Stadium at 7 o'clock. Massive game for the Big Red. This could be a big statement game. Ainsworth was a statement game. Yeah. We can add another statement. So my question for you, Jack, is this is a game that it looks like we're going to have to be able to put up a lot of points. Their offense is electric. So is the game plan, like as a receiver, knowing that you may be needed to make some big plays, how does the week of preparation go into that?
Basically, we've been studying film, practicing hard like always, but we've been really focusing on getting off the ball as fast as we can and just getting open to the open field, I guess, and just getting off our cuts, getting out of the way of the corners. So, Marcel Reed and we have been practicing with that. So I think with this week's preparation, we'll be good to go.
Yeah, and for Hedges on the defensive side, they have an electric running back. I forget his name.
Jordan James.
Yeah, how's the defense been like? I guess not. Y'all don't game plan, but like trying to contain that this week.
Well, I mean, we've got some stuff put in, but main thing is just, as Coach Chauvin always says, put it in a phone booth and make it a fight.
Yeah.
I mean, they got speed. It's no secret. Every single year we're slower, less athletic than pretty much every team we play. But we've been going really hard. We got some good things to switch it up, and I don't think the offense will need to put up too many points. I think we'll be able to hold our own.
I'm not saying that in a derogatory term. I'm just basing it off evidence from Brentwood Academy's games.
They do have an electric offense.
They do have an electric offense. Best hope for us, if we keep this game low scoring, that plays into our favor. So the defense is going to need a big game. We're going to have to find a way. It's almost impossible to contain Jordan James, what we've seen this year. There's really no way to do it. I think if we can, not necessarily we can't, I don't think we can stop him, but if we can contain big plays, because he's known to break out, if we could keep him to where we're going to force their young quarterback to make some plays, I think that could be big for the Big Red. And so that's going to wrap up the Big Red pregame show. Thank you, everybody, for watching. It's going to be a huge game here. We need as many people in the student section as we can get. I think we're painting up.
Yeah, we're painting up. Everyone needs to show out. I'm looking at the student section right now. That needs to be packed. People need to be – the whole thing needs to just be filled with people in red paint. Funky Town needs to be getting hype and help Team 121 get a win.
And if you're on the fence between this or that concert Friday, it is a no-brainer. You better be here at Tommy Owen. Yeah. You'll see Future and Lil Baby any other time.
Rap's not even that good live.
They come here about once a year. This game, especially for the seniors, this is your last chance to see the BA matchup. For the juniors, this is probably the biggest BA matchup we've had in a long time. It means the most to the team. Everybody be here, and thank you for watching.